Hey everybody. So when you get ready to do your handlebar grips, when you want to replace your grips, put some new ones on, like I'm doing right now, this is how you do it. Makes it easy, or easier I should say. Sometimes they can be quite a chore getting on those bars. There's a real tight fit. What I like to do is, let me show you. I like to use this Ultra Lube. It's like a vegetable oil type deal. It's non-toxic, odor-free, and it works really good. You just spray just a little bit on once you take the old one off, you have the bare chrome bar right here. Just put a little bit on the bar, rub it around. Don't have it too excessive, and then it'll help you slide that grip on there. It'll still get tight though, let me tell you, and you just keep working it. Okay, gotta be patient, which I'm not, but I'm learning to be. But you just work it and push it and work it little by little, you know, and push on the end like that and kind of squeeze, and it'll eventually get all the way on there. Trust me. It took about, I don't know, 5 minutes, and now it's nice and tight. It's not going nowhere. Feels good too. These are the Vans Colt grips, and they're very popular. Kind of a little bit squishy, kind of nice little feel to them. I like it. And so the hard one actually would be the throttle grip, because, you know, obviously you got to take apart the throttle housing, you know, I should say the kill switch or the engine cutoff housing. Okay, take that apart, and there's cables that go to your, you know, throttle, and you got to unhook those from your throttle handle assembly, which is right here. Okay, and they hook into this thing. Okay, you got the holes right there where the little deals pop in. Okay, these little deals right here, and it is kind of a pain, so kind of watch how you do it when you take it apart. But yeah, it's kind of tricky getting it put back in there. But anyways, you need to take this plastic throttle housing off the handlebar. Okay, disconnect it from those lines, and then you're going to work on this this other grip. And I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna try to do it without any lubrication, because it has these splines, so that's going to help the suction. Okay, so it should go on easier. If it didn't have those splines in it, I probably would use a little bit of that lube, but I'm going to try it dry first and see what happens. All right, so I got it like three-quarters of the way on, just by going like that and just pushing on it. Now I found something stable in my garage frame, and I've just been kind of using my body weight and just kind of pushing it on that way. Just, like I said, have a little bit of patience, because it doesn't go on the easiest. You know, a lot of people were commenting in the comment section for these handlebar grips on Amazon. They're like, man, my husband had, you know, such a hard time getting it on. Yeah, I mean, they're not that easy, but not impossible either. You just gotta have patience. Just keep working it. You want to have it all the way flush.
Don't break it.
Please tell me that didn't break.
Sound like it.
Oh Lord. I think we're all right. Yeah.
Careful.
Just kind of, oh, there we go. Just kind of pinch it, grab it, kind of work it up like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you got good strong hands like I do a lot of work manufacturing stuff. Just pull it right on up. When you get to that last half inch, and that way it's all the way up against that first shoulder. Okay, shoulder. Couldn't think of the word there. So bam, it's all the way up against there. Now we could put it back on and attach the cables, and you're good to go. Your handle grip job is done. Okay, so while I'm at it, I'm going to fix my handlebars, because the new Cafe Racer handlebars don't have the correct hole placement or dimple to lock this housing into the handlebar. See this little round post? That's built in. It's not movable. You can't, it's part of the housing. Okay, so, and this is what locks into the handlebar. If you have a dimple on the bar or a hole, you could lock that in there so your housing won't move from the position you want it at. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I put the housing on top of the bar, and kind of got a place where it's going to look correct. and then I carefully just marked it. Okay, I did a couple tries here, but I don't know if you can see that. Oh, yeah, this sun's brutal. Okay, see that first hole? That first hole was a little bit too far in, and that's where I wanted it. Got it marked, and I'm gonna go ahead and drill it. I'm gonna, you know, step up the hole. I'm gonna start with a real small size drill bit, get it started, and then work my way up bigger and bigger until I get that hole the size I need to get that that little post that's in the housing to go fit right in there, so it won't move, for the placement that I want on this thing. Okay, because you want this thing, you know, you don't want it up. Mine was all up because I had to fit into that dimple that was in the wrong spot on the handlebar to begin with. Came it that way from the factory, wherever I bought it from on Amazon. So now I'm adjusting it where that post will fit in, and this housing will be locked in right here like that, where I got my start button facing me and my engine cutoff switch properly placed. Okay, and then that'll also make these cables and wires look right too. They won't be sticking up all funky. So anyway, I'm doing that right now before I put my new handlebar grip on there and get it all attached and hooked back up. Alright, my hole's drilled out. It's just a little bigger than that post on the inside of that housing, so it won't have no problem pushing it in there and locking it in. Okay, it's not that critical to be exactly the size of that post. You want to actually go a little bit bigger. Just kind of eyeball it. It's not that critical. It's just so that thing won't move around on the bar once you have it screwed tight together. Either your torque screws or your regular screws, whichever you have on your bike, for your kill switch housing. And make sure when you're, of course, when you use a small drill bit, like I started off with, like, I think it was a little bit smaller than an 1/8 diameter drill bit. Those snap real easy, so just take it nice and easy. Don't push too hard. Just be patient and just drill a little bit at a time. Cool it off with some oil. Keep drilling it till you go all the way through, and then you're going to step up your drill bit to the appropriate size you need and finish it off. Drill through it again, make it a little bit bigger. There you go. Alright, so got the handlebar grips on there and everything looks good, and my housing looks like it's placed right where I need it. It looks good now. I'm going to start it up. Check that throttle out. Yep. Choke is out. Alright, so all it takes is a little patience to get those grips on. It's all there is to it. There's no easy way about it, but you can make it harder than it is if you get frustrated and, you know, don't have any patience. So just take your time, put on some music, and just get them on there. Hope this video helps. Take care.